notJUSTLIPS, New York. How personalized aesthetic consultations create better results. Picture the client who walks in already knowing what she wants. She's seen a look on social media, she's identified the treatment, and she's ready. The appointment feels simple enough. But the provider who simply delivers what's requested, without asking questions, without studying the face in front of them, without considering anatomy or proportion, may produce a result that looks nothing like what the client actually needed. That gap between what a client thinks they want and what will genuinely serve them is exactly where notJUSTLIPS New York was built. Founded by Olga Modlinska, the practice grew from a clear conviction that aesthetic medicine done well begins not with a syringe, but with a conversation. Olga was shaped in part by the advanced filler techniques and aesthetic standards she observed in Europe and around the world, and she set out to bring that level of precision and artistry to New York. The name itself is a statement. This was never going to be a practice defined by one trend or one treatment. The through line of everything notJUSTLIPS does is simple. Results that last, look natural, and leave clients genuinely happy start long before any treatment begins. They start with listening. Why the consultation comes first at notJUSTLIPS. The aesthetics industry has a tendency to move fast. A treatment goes viral, demand spikes, and practices respond by offering it without always stopping to ask whether it's right for each individual client. notJUSTLIPS New York takes a different position. Before any procedure is recommended, the team evaluates facial balance, anatomy, and the client's personal goals. The goal isn't to apply a formula. It's to understand what each person actually looks like, what they hope to feel like, and what approach will serve both without tipping into overtreatment. This matters more than it might seem. Overtreatment is one of the most common sources of client dissatisfaction in aesthetics, and it often happens when providers move too quickly or follow trends without filtering them through clinical judgment. At notJUSTLIPS, the consultation is where that filtering happens. Clients come in with different histories, different anatomy, different comfort levels, and different definitions of natural. A treatment plan that ignores those differences isn't really a plan. It's a guess. How Olga Modlinska shaped the practice's philosophy. Olga's approach to aesthetic medicine is grounded in continuous study. She travels internationally to attend advanced courses, including cadaver training, and holds a position as a trainer for Revance, which keeps her closely connected to evolving education around neuromodulators, injectables, safety protocols, and best practices. She also holds her own training courses for other medical professionals. That depth of education isn't incidental. It directly shapes how the practice works with clients. Our priority is to offer treatments that are effective, evidence-informed, and customized to each patient while maintaining the natural-looking results our practice is known for, the team explained. Olga also recognized early that the aesthetic industry was changing. Years ago, clients often wanted sharp, high-drama results. A very snatched jawline. Dramatic volume. A bold Cupid's bow. Today, she's watching a clear shift in what clients are asking for. They want to look lifted, refreshed, and balanced, but they want to look like themselves. That shift has shaped which treatments notJUSTLIPS has added to its offerings and how the team presents options during consultation. Reading the trend shift toward natural cosmetic enhancements, the move toward softer, more natural results isn't just a passing preference. It reflects something deeper. Clients are more educated now. They know what overtreatment looks like, and many of them have seen it up close, either on themselves or on someone they know. They're not walking away from aesthetics. They're walking toward a more refined version of it. notJUSTLIPS has responded practically. The practice introduced Wave, a non-surgical technology that supports lifting and skin tightening without adding volume. For clients who want a refreshed appearance without the fullness that traditional filler can produce, it's a meaningful option. The team also offers SkinVive, a hyaluronic acid injectable treatment focused on hydration and skin smoothness rather than structural volume. These additions reflect a broader principle. Innovation does not always mean following every new trend, the team noted. It means understanding what is evolving in the industry and knowing how to apply it safely, tastefully, and in a way that makes sense for each client. Custom lip filler treatment, for example, looks very different from client to client at notJUSTLIPS. One person may need subtle hydration. Another may benefit from a small correction in symmetry. The treatment is always shaped by the face, not by a trend. The team behind the practice, building providers who listen. A practice philosophy is only as strong as the team that carries it out. At notJUSTLIPS New York, hiring is deliberate. Technical skill matters, but it's not enough on its own. Someone can be very skilled technically, but if they do not create a positive, comfortable, and caring experience for the client, it does not reflect the standard we want at notJUSTLIPS New York, the team said. The practice also looks for providers who genuinely understand aesthetics at a deeper level. Many people can hold a syringe and inject, but not everyone has the eye, artistry, and vision needed to create beautiful, balanced, natural-looking results. The qualities the team prioritizes when bringing on new providers include openness to mentorship, feedback, and continued growth. A genuine enjoyment of working closely with people. A strong foundation in facial anatomy and technique. An artistic eye for balance and proportion. Alignment with the practice's safety-first standards. Mentorship is built into the culture. Olga works closely with the team, and providers are encouraged to pursue advanced courses, cadaver training, and product education on an ongoing basis. The goal is to ensure that every client encounter reflects the same level of care, regardless of which provider they see. What Personalized Aesthetics NYC actually looks like in practice. For clients considering notJUSTLIPS for the first time, the experience is designed to feel different from a standard cosmetic appointment. The practice approaches every client as an individual, not a category of treatment. A typical client journey involves 1. A consultation focused on goals, anatomy, and facial harmony before any treatment is discussed. 2. An honest conversation about what the client hopes to achieve and what results are realistic. 3. A customized treatment plan that reflects the client's face, lifestyle, and preferences. 4. Education about the treatment itself, including what to expect during and after. 5. Ongoing care and follow-up to ensure the client is happy with their results. That last point matters. Success means creating results that make our clients happy while still looking natural, balanced, and true to them, the team reflected. Return rates, patient feedback, and the quality of before and after results are all reviewed internally as measures of whether that standard is being met. The team also acknowledges that aesthetics carries an emotional weight. Clients come in with hopes, sometimes with insecurities, and always with a degree of vulnerability. The practice takes that seriously. When difficult situations arise, whether a client leaves unhappy or a result doesn't land the way anyone hoped, the team processes it together rather than in isolation. We remind them that they are supported and not alone. The team explained of how they care for providers navigating hard feedback. Why facial harmony guides every treatment decision. The phrase, facial harmony, gets used loosely in aesthetics. At notJUSTLIPS, it's a clinical starting point. Every recommendation the team makes is filtered through an understanding of how the face works as a whole. Adding volume in one area affects the visual weight of another. Lifting here changes the perception of proportion there. A provider who sees only the feature a client wants treated, rather than the full face, will almost always produce a result that feels slightly off. That's the insight at the center of the notJUSTLIPS approach. It's also why the practice doesn't simply respond to requests. It listens, studies, and then builds a plan that serves the whole person in front of them. Olga put it directly when describing what the practice was founded to do: create a space where advanced technique, honesty, and facial harmony come first. Years later, that sentence still describes exactly what clients find when they walk in. This article is for informational purposes only and is not medical advice. Aesthetic treatments carry risks and benefits that vary by individual. Consult a qualified medical provider before pursuing any cosmetic procedure.